All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 25 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGGen24, and today we're going to wrap up the 2026 season for Philly and the Phillies. So the last time, Philly and the Phillies entered a bit of a rough stretch after sweeping both the Marlins and the Mets. They went into Boston and they lost. They dropped 2 out of 3. Then they welcomed the Yankees and they dropped 2 out of 3 there. And then they also welcomed Atlanta, where they dropped 2 out of 3 there. So a bit of a rough stretch to end August and begin September. But they did get back on track against the St. Louis Cardinals with a 2 out of 3 series win against them, and now they're heading to Atlanta for a 4-game series against the Braves, and this is going to be a key series because this will ultimately determine if the Braves are going to be in contention, because after all, they're only one game behind the Mets, and I'm assuming they're pretty close. Yeah, they're pretty close to the wild card. So for them, this is about protecting or staying in the hunt for the wild card. Whereas for the Phillies, they could lock up the division in this series. Hello, Bubbles. Happy Friday to you as well. How are you? So with that said, let's get right into it. Good. I know, I'm sorry. I woke up late, 2:54, and by the time I had my lunch and everything, it became 3:30, so that's on me. You know, I try, but I mean, sometimes I can't help myself, and I really want to try and get some sleep. And Phil Lee's going to kick off this game with a deep fly to left field, no doubt about it. Over the wall for a 3-run homer. So Phil Lee, with his 63rd home run on the season, puts the Phillies up 3-0 against Atlanta. That's huge right there. That's how the Phillies kick it off. And now they extend the lead to 5-0. They scored 2 more runs after Phil Lee hit his home run. And he robs a catch off the wall, or he robs an extra base hit off the wall from Jake Fraley. So Phil Lee flashing the leather at the wall, even though I know it said he robbed a home run, but he did not rob a home run. It wasn't going to be a home run. Heck, it wouldn't have even been a home run at Citizens Bank Park.
2-0.
So that was merely, just robbing an extra base hit, most likely. Of course it is. Of course sleep is very important. I try to get as much of it as I can on the weekends. Saturdays and Sunday mornings or Sundays, I try to sleep till 3 in the afternoon. As long as I'm up before I have to go to work, then I'm okay. Oh, could you guys hold on for 1 second? I have to I'll be right back. Andrew had medicine. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to tell my dad something.
Ball one. 1-0. Ball two.
Lee with the fly ball to center field. Harris is underneath it, and he's going to grab it for the second out. The top of the fourth. Well, the important thing is he got that home run at the beginning of the game, so I think the Phillies are in pretty good position, right? And nice diving catch to take away a base hit, possibly even an extra base hit, because he chose to dive for it.
Now batting, right fielder, Phillies.
Yep, that ball went out. Two balls, one strike.
Oh, they already took out Smith-Schuster. Well, they must have done that a while ago. I mean, it is 5-0. Holmes is actually keeping the Phillies off the board as Lee flies out to center field again.
Up next is the left fielder, Riley.
3-3-3. Relay three.
And he's going to gun the runner, trying to head to second. Or trying to head to third, excuse me. And that's going to be the second out. I really don't understand that. Like, why is that even in the game? That shouldn't be.
Nice rig.
But whatever. As Philly's going to drive this one out to right center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Ooh, excuse me. So the Phillies are back out in front by 4. Philly driving in the run on an RBI single. 2 outs. Ooh, and Schwarber's going to ground out to Olsen. He's going to take it over to first to retire the side. So, but that's okay. Philadelphia got the run in. That's what matters. Oh, I see Tatis has overtaken Juan Soto in the batting average. Once again, this time it's Austin Riley trying to go from first to third. It literally makes no sense why they would do that. And Hae-Sung Kim is going to ground out to Bryce Harper takes it over the bag, and that's the ball game. The Phillies win game 1 7-3, and more importantly, would eliminate the Braves from contending for the NL East. They were 17 games behind, but now it should be a full game, so Phil Lee with a nice day, a 2-for-5 with a home run, 3 RBIs on that one, a single that drove in a 4th RBI. So Phil Lee, pretty good day. It's a boss challenge. That's not Strider. It's not Sale. So who is that? Schwellenbach? Oh, he's a Cy Young candidate. I see. And it's also, today starts MLB spring training. We got a couple of games that were in action. I saw that Pete Alonso homered against the Yankees in the Orioles game, so and then the Mets, I think they play their first spring training game tomorrow, which I'm not going to be able to watch because I'm going to be asleep. But I'm sure I'll see highlights.
Ball 1.
Really, the only thing that I ask for this spring training is no one get hurt and see what kind of a team that the Mets are going to have heading into the 2026 season. Is this going to be a team that, works to try and get try to get on base? Is this going to be a power hitting team? Are the new additions going to gel nicely with Lindor and Soto and Vientos and Beatty? How is Freddie Peralta going to do? Who's going to be the 4th and 5th starter for the Mets? Because I feel like that's up in the air. I feel like that the first 3 spots are pretty much solidified. That's Freddie Peralta.
Come on, ball. Get out of here. Get out of here.
And that ball is gone. Kyle Schwarber with a home run to right field. And that puts the Phillies up 2-0. That's Schwarber's 35th on the year. So Schwarber finding his power swing. A nice way for the Phillies to take the lead. But as I was saying, to me, the top 3 pitching spots in the Mets rotation is Peralta, McLean, and Peterson. I feel like those are the 3 guys who solidified it. I mean, you could argue that there's only 2, and Peterson may not have earned his spot yet, but I feel like that they need a solid lefty, and Peterson is definitely the most solid one out of the lefties they currently have. I mean, we don't know what we're getting out of Tobias Myers. Sean Manaea, is he going to be healthy, or is he going to be, is he going to be
1-1.
Much like last year, where it was bad?
One ball, 2 strikes.
So, I guess we'll see. But that to me,
2-2 the count.
That to me is the most important part of the Mets heading into spring training? Who's gonna fill those last 2 spots in the rotation? Is it going to be Sean Manaea? Is it going to be Clay Holmes? Is it going to be Kodai Senga? Is it going to be Tobias Myers? What about Jonah Tong? Is he going to make his way up to the major leagues? After all, oh, don't forget about Christian Scott. How is Christian Scott going to do?
Leading up for the Braves, the designated hitter, Derek Rothbard.
Nice diving catch there by Lee. Take a hit away, possibly even an extra base hit if he missed it.
Olsen.
But Phil Lee's showing off the weather. Man, they keep going back to this boss challenge, and now the Phillies are behind. So, now Lee's got to come through here. Needs to remind Schwellenbach that he may be a contender for the Cy Young, but the Phillies are a contender for the NL East. And Phil Lee is a contender for the MVP, and he just showed it right there with a deep blast to left center field, no doubt about it. Phil Lee with his 63rd home run, or 64th home run on the season, and the Phillies take the lead back 5-4. Phil Lee having a phenomenal season. He's already having better than what Judge did in 2022, where he broke the, or no, it was 23, I believe, where he broke the American League home run record. Phillies like, screw the American League home run record. I'm going for the MLB record. I want Mark McGwire's name off.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a ball.
Oh, they brought in Chris Sale. Is Chris Sale now a reliever for them? No, he's a starting pitcher. So why do they have him? Did they push him to the bullpen after as part of the September call-ups? Oof. Well, Phil Lee got tied up there. Good thing the Phillies were able to tack on another run somewhere. And there we go. Phil Lee throws out Austin Riley yet again. You would think that Austin Riley would have learned his lesson from the last game, and yet he didn't. Well, either way, we're here in the bottom of the 9th now, so Phil Lee and the Phillies are trying to wrap up this game. That's a line drive to left field. Gonna try and throw it home. Too late. Jurickson Profar gets the Braves within 1. Now Matt Olson has an opportunity here to walk it off against the Phillies. He will not do that, but will Profar advance? He will not, so he learned from Austin Riley's mistakes, I should say. And now the bases are loaded for Drake Baldwin. Duran couldn't close it out. Ground ball to Trey Turner. He flips it on the second, and that's the ball game. Phillies take the game. They survive 6-5. Get out of a late inning bases loaded or a ninth inning bases loaded jam. And the Phillies can at least split the series against Atlanta. But I'm sure they want to go for the win. They want to win this series, and they want to put Atlanta out of their rear view mirror in terms of the NL East. And Phil Lee gonna take his former teammate Ranger Suarez deep for a home run, a 2-run homer. That's Lee's 65th on the year. And Phil Lee just having the time of his life in this series. Puts the Phillies up 2-0. Like, do we have to play anyone else? Can we just play Atlanta? I'm surprised that one was a no-doubter, but it landed in the bullpen, so...
Olsen.
Phil Lee gonna throw home, and he's gunned the runner down. Lee with a nice throw to get the runner. Potentially saving a run there. Well, not potentially, definitely saving a run. And the Phillies still lead 2-0 in the top of the third. Philly with a nice rip up the middle into center field for a base hit. So Lee's going to get on base. I know the challenge was calling for a double or better, but I mean, sometimes really great hits are what really matter.
Get down.
Kyle Schwarber's going to bloop one past the shortstop into left field for a base hit. So now Lee is in scoring position if Alec Bohm can come through here. Gonna watch this one go in the dirt. Lee's gonna hustle back to second. Well, could take a walk here. If he takes a walk, then the bases are juiced. Oh, nope, he's not gonna do that, but he's gonna hit one up the middle, and Lee's gonna try and score on this. There's no doubt about it. Lee scores, and the Phillies lead 3-0. So Alec Bohm coming through with a base hit up the middle. Little grounder on that one, but it was just far enough up the center to be out of the reach of the middle infielders for the Braves. And now the Phillies lead 5-0. They've taken out Suarez and put in Spencer Strider.
No strikes.
He's just gonna fly this one out to right field. Acuna's on it, and he's got it. Oh well. Ooh, another diving catch opportunity here. Showtime. Lee's gonna catch that, no doubt about it. Ooh, it's a good thing. Lee was... I accidentally pushed square, but it's a good thing that the game didn't recognize it, because otherwise he would have gotten the third. I meant to push circle. I'm still in that mindset of, okay, the reverse or inverted control... not well, not inverted, but, you know, the old MLB, the show games used to be that if you wanted to throw to first, you had to push square. If you wanted to throw home, it would have to be triangle. So, you know, gotta get out of that mentality bit. A transfer? You mean a trade? Yes, you can absolutely request a trade. I mean, Phil Lee does not want to. He doesn't want to be traded from the Phillies. He loves the Phillies. So that's a nice play there by him to be able to track that ball down.
Now batting, right fielder, Phil.
But he doesn't want to be traded. He wants to remain a Philly. If he can, for his entire career. Phil Lee with a fly ball out to right field. Acuna's under it, and he's got it. And now we're into the bottom of the ninth. I'm going to sim it. And that's the ball game. So Philadelphia takes 3 games against Atlanta, so they're guaranteed to win this series here. But now, do they go for the sweep? That would be nice. That would officially put Atlanta out of the race for the NL East. One less opponent for the Phillies to worry about. Lee signing some autographs before the game. Hey, he's in line to win his first MVP this year. So maybe that'll be worth a lot of money someday. Love how they show that graphic. Love it, love it, love it.
No ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Two to count.
Deep fly ball to right field. Acuna's underneath it, so Lee does not get started in a very good position, but maybe it won't hurt him as much. Well, they're going to say that's a fair ball. I don't agree with that, but it is what it is. Nick Allen on base. And the Braves take a 2-0 lead. Once again, Lee flies out to right field. Acuna underneath it. He's got it, so Acuna must have some like baseball magnet in his glove, because it seems like Lee always flies out to him. You ever notice that? Lee's gonna jump up against the wall to grab this one and take away a hit from Jurickson Profar. And that's gonna end the inning too. Still 2-0 in the 6th inning. Lee with a fly ball. This time the center fielder, and the center fielder is going to be under it. So this time it doesn't go to right field, it goes to center. But Lee is struggling in this final game. He may be all gas. Does Lee get him? He got him. I mean, it was a little bit closer than last time, but Austin Riley, why are you trying this? How many times does Lee have to throw you out in this series before the point gets across? Lee with a deep fly ball to right field, and this one's gone. And Phil Lee says, no, the game is not over. We're tying it right here. 2-2, his 66 on the year. Wow, Phil Lee. He said, this game's not over in the top of the ninth. You got to get through me first. And and the pitcher blinked. And the Phillies are going to get another chance, and this time they take advantage because now it's 4-2. Lee with a pop up to second base, and the second baseman's underneath it. He's got it. Second out at the top of the 10th. Garcia, that was Garcia. I see we're still not learning our lesson. Whatever, if the Braves want to run their way off the base paths and, not score runs, hey, that's fine with me. Anytime I can beat Atlanta, I'm all happy. And Riley's going to drive one deep to left field, but the left fielder's under it. He's got it, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies sweep the Braves in Atlanta in the final game, 4-3. Lee coming up big with a clutch 2-run homer in the 9th inning for his 66 on the year. It was a great series all around for Phil Lee. He had 4 home runs. 8 shy of single season record. I think they were saying that before. Because there's no... Wait. What's the record? Let's check that out. Because I thought for sure that the record was 70. Let's see. That's awards. That's top 100 prospects, so that's not what I'm looking for. Here we go. MLB records. Barry Bonds has it. 73 in 2001, so Mark McGwire had it, and then they officially recognized Barry Bonds as having it. So, that's going to be tougher. Ichiro with 262 hits in a single season. Phil Lee already set the record for the most RBIs in a single season with 198. Phil Lee could possibly even get even more. Another record. 267, was it? He's at 262. Oh no, he's tied. He is tied with Ichiro. So that's huge right there. Phil Lee, with his next hit, could break the record for the most hits in a single season. That's crazy. Oh. So bad, but nothing else. Let's check out the standings because I was talking about this a lot. And there we go. The Phillies. It looks like they've clinched they've clinched the division. So there we go. During that series, the Phillies clinched the division. The Mets are not gonna take it away from them. Neither are the Braves. See if anyone else. The Dodgers have also clinched their division. The NL wildcard remains close, as does the National League Central. And the Brewers, they have a lot to play for. They want to go get that division. They're 2.5 games behind the Cubs, tied with the Reds. I wonder, do the Phillies play the Reds? No, they're done. Okay, so it's actually a pretty easy end to the schedule after they get through Milwaukee, because it's Washington, then Miami and Washington again, and then finally Minnesota. There we go. So Philly is going to add to his power. He's also going to make himself quicker. And next up is going to be the fielding and throwing, which 12, 14, wait, 26, 26. 26 26 tokens to be able to upgrade fielding and throwing. Sorry, I was having a hard time remembering what the 26 was. 26 what? Is this? Oh no, that's Woodruff. These are the City Connect uniforms for the Phillies. Or are you talking about the baby blue ones? Because the baby blue ones are a throwback. I asked which blue uniforms are you referring to? This one? Well, this is their City Connect one. I thought it was kind of unique.
No balls, 2 strikes.
You know, different. See a lot of red and white, so it's actually kind of interesting to see blue, yellow, and black.
Inside, ball 2.
City Connect is like a way to be able to...
Count full.
How do I describe it? Philly's going to drive this one out to center field. I think this one's gone. It is! Phil Lee with his 67th home run. And not only that, but Phil Lee has the record for the most hits in a single season. They're celebrating as though he walked it off, but this is merely celebrating the fact that he set a new hits record. Yeah, to represent the city that you play in. Thank you, champ. I appreciate that. Exactly. The Mets do the same thing. In fact, I have a Mets City Connect jersey right here. Brewers showing their respect, the Philly crowd showing their respect. They just witnessed history here. Hold on, I got a Met City Connect uniform or jersey right here. So it's a lot of gray with a little purple. There's a little purple here, and it looks like the streets of New York City. They have the rough terrain, like rocky. Like the roads are very rocky, so that's what it kind of represents. And if you look closely at the jersey, you can't see it, but if you look at it, the stripes have the symbols of the subways on them. Like they have a little circle for the local subways, the subways that make local stops, and then you also have diamonds, and the diamonds are the ones that where people take for the express. So that's a little nod to that right there. I'm trying to see if there's any other symbolism on the jersey. I don't think I'm sure there's more, but I don't know it off the top of my head. So yeah, but that's the Mets City Connect uniforms. Honestly, I think the game overdoes it by having the teams wear it all weekend.
1-0.
Like, I don't think the Phillies would wear these uniforms every single home weekend that they play. They may do it on Friday every once in a while, but they won't do it all weekend. So I think that's just a glitch in the game.
He's out.
Right. So I'm just saying, like, the game it's glitched out to where it makes you, well, it doesn't necessarily make you play
1, no strike.
in the specific uniform all series. It's just
Ball 2.
you could choose different uniforms. That's up to you. But I just choose not to because I really don't want to get into it.
Ball, that pitch is out. Hey! 3 balls, 1 strike.
I understand. That's the other thing too. I don't think the Phil Lee has even worn the Phillies home uniforms, like their regular ones, the red and white ones, since he's been up in the majors. He's worn their road jerseys, their normal road jerseys, yes, but he's never worn their red and white home uniforms. As the game is now tied because the Phillies apparently can't keep the Brewers away.
Ball.
I mean, I saw it. I was actually going to make a comment that, it's 20 streams a month if I do 5 every month, and it's 4 weeks. So that's 20 streams a month, which means you've been tuned in for over 4 months, 4.5 months actually. Uh-oh. I should have just simmed here. Maybe not. Sung Kim coming through with a base hit. Only now it's Rafael Marchand. Or Garrett Stubbs actually is gonna get the bat. Sorry, I tried to adjust it to fit. And Garrett Stubbs, he's gonna come through with a base hit. Reach 100 streams in a row on Cope Stream. Nice. So there you go. That's 5 months. Ooh, the Phillies may tie it here. Bryson Stott, it's up to him. He can keep it going. Maybe Philly can walk it off. Nope, he's just going to pop up to the catcher in front of the plate. And that's the ball game. So the Brewers take game 1 against the Phillies. Inexcusable. I mean, a historic night for Philly. Completely wasted because the Phillies can't keep the Brewers down. Philly, you just broke the MLB single season hits record. How are you feeling? Amazing. I'll never forget it. It feels incredible. I never imagined that this dream would actually come true. I feel like the luckiest person alive. He feels amazing. He'll never forget this day. Okay, you too, SB champ. Try to stay awake. What does it mean to break this record? I'm just honored to be mentioned with the others who have held this record. It means I should be in the conversation for greatest hitter of all time. It means all the hard work I put in over the years is paying off. I like that bottom option, so we're gonna have them say that. How are you feeling in that record? How were you feeling in that record-breaking at bat? I had a feeling that I was going to break the record in that bat. I was feeling pretty nervous. I was trying to help my team win. Well, he didn't help his team win because, he didn't. The team didn't win, so making the bottom would not make sense. And saying that you had a feeling it was going to happen, I mean, fair, but, still. Kind of cocky, kind of arrogant. So he's just going to say he was nervous. All right, you two have a great weekend. Anything else you'd like to tell the world after this monumental performance? I'd like everyone to know that they can achieve their dreams too. I'd like everyone to know that I'm going to keep breaking records. I'd like to thank all my fans and teammates. I couldn't have done it without that. The bottom one for sure. He's a very humble guy, a very team-oriented guy. So, Philly, you are now the MLB's all-time single-season hits leader. Congrats on the historical achievement and enjoy the celebration.
The right fielder, Phil Lee.
Jack Flaherty. So the Brewers' rotation just got even stronger from what it was last year. Last year they went to the World Series.
0-1.
Lee with a base hit into right field. Make it 264 for him on the year. He made it, it's not impossible to think he could hit 300. There may not be enough time, but may get there. It's a fly ball to left field. Left fielder's underneath it, and that retires the side. Is that Jack Centurio? Left?
Now batting, the second baseman,
Oh.
right.
Phillies took a 1-0 lead. Yeah, Jack Centurio in left.
Terrain.
Uh-oh. And Philly jumps up against the wall to rob a base hit, an extra base hit. Great job by Lee to get that.
Now batting, the right fielder.
And help any way he can, whether it be at the plate or in the field. Lee drives this one to left center field, no doubt about it. That's a home run. Ring the bell for Philly as he pushes the Phillies lead to 2-0 with his 68th home run on the year, 5 away from Barry Bonds. He's going to be breaking record after record.
William Contreras.
Ooh, couldn't quite catch that one, but he at least knocked it down, so knocking it down means the ball wasn't going to the wall. If it had, that would have been really, really bad. We could take. Was I supposed to let that go? It's going to be a strike. Fastball right down the middle, but unfortunately he hits into a double play, and that's the end of the inning. Isaac Collins back here as Lee is going to get an opportunity here to show off the glove. Ooh, it's a little bit quicker this time. And Phil Lee makes the diving catch, taking a hit away from Isaac Collins. Great effort there by Lee, but the Brewers still take the lead 4-2. What the hell? I mean, I'm sorry for my language, but golly. Like, why can the Phillies not beat the Brewers? They have the lead. This is going to be a problem, especially if the Brewers get to the NLCS, or if they match up against the Phillies in the playoffs. This is going to be a problem. Phillies going to catch that, very nice. I guess we'll watch, but I have very little hopes considering it's Rafael Marchand. And he lines out to the first baseman, and that's the ball game. So Philly. So the Brewers take the 2-0 series lead with a 4-3 win over the Phillies. There's nothing that Philly could have done differently. Now they have to prevent the sweep. And that's not Freddie Peralta, so they at least avoid Peralta. Quinn Priester, who's good, definitely a premier arm for the Brewers.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Phil Lee with a base hit up the middle. Phil Lee keeps the bottom of the first going. I know. The challenge again was to hit a double or better, but again, you just gotta take what's available to you.
He's out.
What's available to Phil Lee is a base hit.
Batting six, the left fielder, number 25, Garrett Mitchell.
And Phil Lee takes away an extra base hit there. Oh, okay. The Phillies have a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the third. Lee could have added on there, but he didn't. We'll see how long this lead lasts.
Relay.
Oh, he missed it. Now his teammate's going to bail him out. Keep the run from scoring, but Phil Lee, you got to catch those.
Leading up for the Phillies.
Yes, we know. So 1 run scored for the Brewers. That already makes me nervous.
Hey! 0-1's the count. Ball, that's in. Two balls, 1 strike.
Lee with a deep drive to right center field. And that's caught. How unfortunate. Oh my gosh, that was just a ball that was well run down. Can't even be mad at that. Lee grab this? He can. And that's the end of the top of the 7th. So, 7th inning stretch here. It's the Phillies lead 3-1. But can they hold on? So far, it looks like they can. Lee with a drive out to right field, and the right fielder's going to dive and miss it. This could be a potential triple for Phil Lee. Oh, he's going to get gunned.
Out on the tag.
I mean, at least he came away with the double, but that was still bad on his part to do that. So now we're in the bottom of the ninth, or top of the 9th, I should say. Garrett Mitchell is going to get a base hit. Jose.
One.
As Harper's going to stop that one, take it over to first, and that's the ball game. So the Philadelphia Phillies avoid the sweep, but still drop the series 2-1 to the Brewers on a 3-1 win. Duran got his 50th save on the year. No home run for Phil Lee in this one. And the Phillies actually got their 100th win on the year. Actually, I'm kind of curious about something. Hold on. What's the most wins that the Philadelphia Phillies have ever totaled in a single season?
The Philadelphia Phillies have won a franchise record 102 games in 2011.
102. So 102. That's what Philly and the Phillies are hoping to
Welcome
break
back to MLB tonight.
this year. We're gonna skip this. So 2 wins away from tying it, 3 from breaking it. There's a couple teams that are coming up that can that could be easily achieved. Just pointing that out. Got the Washington Nationals, got the Miami Marlins, got the Nationals again, and got the Twins. Although the Twins are not as bad. So that might be a little tougher, but we gotta choose the uniform. No. For the first time, the Phillies are wearing their normal home uniforms. Because I'm tired of doing the alternate ones every time. Normally I wouldn't do that. Normally I wouldn't care. But I mean, come on. It's getting ridiculous. The Phillies have to play in their home uniforms.
Ball 1, no strikes. Nope, outside. That's ball 3.
Hey, sometimes you have to take a walk. That's going to be a fly out to right field, so not a great start for Phil Lee.
Batting 7, the right fielder.
Now he hopes to keep that runner on second from scoring. But still in Cruz, so here we go. Nice fly out to Lee, and the side is retired. Now it's 2-1 Philadelphia.
Inside ball.
Lee with a deep fly to center field. It's going to land for a base hit. He's going 2, though. Why is he going 2? Oh, because he can get in there safely. So Philly extends the Phillies' lead to 2 runs and puts himself in scoring position. A little risky there, I would say.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Come on, Schwarber. Right center field. Center fielder's under it, and Lee's going to go. And Bohm is not going to be able to drive Lee in, so good thing Lee got that base hit that drove in the run. Schwarber wouldn't have driven him in. In all likelihood, Bohm wouldn't have either. But then again, they probably would have never gotten to Bohm if not for Lee.
The right fielder,
Oh, now it's
Phil.
tied up. The Nationals tied it. Okay. Phil Lee says not a problem.
Hey.
Get up, ball. Get up, ball.
Oh, right at the right fielder. But the Phillies do take the lead 4-3, or take back the lead.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Shortstop tries to dive and get it, but he's just going to knock it down, and so Phil Lee has a base hit.
Now batting.
An infield base hit, but a base hit nonetheless.
Schwarber.
Now Schwarber's going to step up with a 3-1 count,
That pitch
and he's
is
going to
in.
walk.
Ball 4.
Yeah, usually when you get that 3-1 count, you can pretty much guess that it's going to be a walk. Doesn't happen always, but it does happen a lot in Road to the Show.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Get up, ball. Get up, ball.
Boom, with a drive out to left field. It's going to fall for a base hit, and Lee's going to score from second. It's now 5-3 Phillies. And now it became 8-3. Holy mackerel.
Oh and 1.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that was not a good at-bat. Lee was... I don't know if he was thinking about another home run, because he hasn't had one for a while. We're just going to simmer here, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies take the first game 8-3 against the Nationals. And now they are 1 win away from tying the franchise record for the most wins in a single season.
The right fielder, Phil Lee.
Ooh, cut her right down the middle, and Lee was just in front of it. Gets another cutter over the middle, but flies this one out to center field.
He's off the walk. The catcher, Ruiz.
Oh boy. Keeper Ruiz drives this one. Phil Lee's not going to have much of a choice. He's going to have to watch it fly out of here. So Keeper Ruiz gives the Nationals the lead on his 14th home run of the year. It's now 1-0 Nationals.
Now batting. Right
Well,
fielder,
the Phillies tied it up.
Lee.
Sorry, I'm fixing my shoes. Lee with another drive out to center field. This one's also going to be caught. Oh my gosh, Lee is just not having any luck. I think he needs to aim for the right and left fields. He can't be aiming for center. It's obviously the deepest part of the ballpark. Uh-oh. Nationals take the lead back. It's now 2-1.
Inside, ball one.
And he's got a base hit up the middle. So not a home run, but Lee at least comes through with a base hit. It would be nice if Schwarber came through here. Ooh, we may be out. Oh no, he advanced on a wild pitch. Prime opportunity here for Schwarber. Even with a little boneheadedness by Lee there. He advances to second, but Schwarber's going to ground out to third, so that's going to keep Lee on second. Marsh going to line out to first. So now that's 2 away. Again, Lee remains on second. Shortstop catches it. C.J. Abrams with the catch to take away a hit and potentially save a run. And Philly leaps at the wall to catch it, and that retires the side. And Lee's gonna fly out to center here. This may be it here. This Bryson's stock can come through. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fly ball to left field. The left fielder's underneath it. And that's the ball game. The Washington Nationals take game 2. Philly couldn't do much. I mean, he got the one hit. That was it. So win number 102 for the Phillies is just going to have to wait another day.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Ground ball to shortstop. Abrams throws it on the first, and that's the inning. And the Nationals take a 1-0 lead. Philly's going to grab this one. Prevent a hit. So Phil Lee with a nice diving catch.
Up next for the Phillies, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Ball. Aye. Ball 2.
Ground ball to second baseman. Lee is struggling against the Nationals. I'm really surprised.
Lead off for Washington, the shortstop, Machine Nunez.
Oh boy. That was all fine because I chose the wrong button.
Now batting.
At least it's 3-3.
Phil Lee.
Ball. 1-0. Two to count.
Lee with a deep fly to left field. And he's got a home run. Ring the bell for Phil Lee. He gives the Phillies the lead 4-3 on his 69th home run on the year. 4 away from Barry Bonds.
The right fielder.
What? The Nationals take the lead right back. What the heck, Phillies? Are we just no longer giving it, darn? Lee with a drive out to right field. But the right fielder is going to be underneath it on the warning track for this first out of the 8th inning. I guess we'll watch this. I don't have much hope in Marchand. But I have been proven wrong before. Just not there. As he's going to ground out to the second baseman. That's the ball game. So the Phillies dropped the series against the Nationals. The Nationals are not going for anything. They have nothing to play for. They're going to finish with a record well below 500, and yet they're playing like that. It's crazy. Well, I think Phil Lee needs to get back into some training because it's been a while. Ooh, dang, I missed that baseball. Oh well. 3,100. So, guaranteed gold there. Gold. Oh, I wonder what's going on with the USA Slovakia hockey game.
Batting third, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Twenty-four career RBIs against the Marlins. So.
Ball one. 1-1.
Come on, Lee, you gotta beat it. Darn. Couldn't beat it, but he did get the run in, so there is at least that.
Lead up for the Marlins, the second baseman, Dylan Moore.
Nope, not going to be able to get there. Seriously? Going for 3? Wow, I would not have done that. The Marlins do tie it up, so it's tied at 2.
Yeah,
He
you got it.
smacks
Touchdown.
this one to center field for a base hit.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Ooh, Kyle Schwarber gives this one a pretty good ride out to left field. And it's over the wall for a home run. Kyle Schwarber gives the Phillies the lead 5-2. Gives it back to them with his 38th home run on the year. Well, that's good to see that, Schwarber can come through with runners in scoring position because it honestly feels like at times the Phillies can't, and it's up to Lee. And if Lee doesn't do it, then the Phillies aren't going to win.
First baseman, Ryan.
But sometimes when Lee even does do it, they don't come through. They still don't. Got him. Nice throw by Lee
The
there.
right fielder, Phil Lee.
Oh, get up.
Fly ball, center field, but center fielder's underneath it. Lee, if you're going to hit a home run, you have to aim for the shorter places in the ballpark. Center field is not going to do it. It's an impressive display of power when you do it, but when you don't do it, it's just a flyout. A loud flyout.
Hey, hit me. 2. Hit me. 3.
Now batting,
Ball one, no strikes. Ball upstairs. Foul.
And Lee with a base hit to right field. So it looks like Schwarber may take a walk here with a 3-1 count. We'll have to wait and see. Yep, he takes the walk, so bases are loaded, no outs. Harper, you can't get it any better than this. Bases loaded, no outs. And of course you hit into a double play. I mean, you drive in the run, but you gave up 2 outs. For what? And Bohm's just going to fly out to right field. So that's it. Just 1 run scores. Bases are loaded, and the Marlins get out of it with a double play and a fly out to right.
Ball, that's just out. Ball.
Alright, so no home run for Phil Lee in this game. That's unfortunate. He's trying, but he's running out of time.
One.
As Norby is going to ground out to Harper at first, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies take game 1 of the series. I've heard that song and dance before.
Batting third, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Christian Scott. Someone that Phil Lee is very familiar with for his time in AAA. Lee with a deep fly ball out to center field. But it's going to be, but the center fielder is going to be underneath it and catches it for the final out.
Batting fifth, the third baseman,
Just get it in. Once again, I hit the wrong button. I hit square or triangle by accident. And he's going to fly out to left center field, and the center fielder is going to get underneath it.
the center fielder, number 1, Ruiz.
That one was a bit close there. If Philly doesn't do anything soon, the Marlins are going to run away with this, so he better get going.
Go, ball, go.
That's going to end up foul. Of course it is. He's going to chase a pitch that wasn't even.
Ball. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Lee with a deep fly ball to left center field. And that's going to get over the wall for a home run. So Philly ties it with a 2-run homer, his 70th of the year. It's now tied at 3. Nice job there by Lee to get that. I was hoping that was going to at least be a double. And now the Phillies have the lead 4-3. Good, they need to beat the Marlins. Oh, geez. Philly nearly ran past that. He's lucky. Ground out to the shortstop. Yeah. We're closely, but no cigar. Sorry. Top of that one. And second baseman's going to knock that down. Lee's going to be on base. He's got a single. And Schwarber is just going to ground out to the first baseman, and that's going to retire the side. The bases were juiced, but Schwarber did not do anything. We're going to sim this. And that's the ball game. So the Phillies take an 8-3 win over the Marlins. They have won the series, but now can they go for the sweep? And that's their 103rd win? Oh, yeah, that's right. So there we go. The 2026 Philadelphia Phillies have now set a new record. A new franchise record for the most wins in a single season. All kinds of records are being broken this year with Philly. Hits, RBIs, now franchise all-time wins in a season record.
No ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, gosh. Philly, what are you doing? Chasing a slider that was way out of the zone. At least he caught that.
All one's the count.
Still nothing, and this time Miami actually scores. It's 2-0. Oh, and Lee can't get to that.
He's safe.
Oh my gosh. Is the US up 3-0 over Slovakia? Let's see.
Now batting, the right fielder, Phillies.
It's 5-1 now. In the third period.
Aye. 0-1.
Hey, nice rig.
Billy with a drive out to center field, and he's got a base hit. Didn't come through with the double there, but as I've been saying repeatedly in this stream, it's just better sometimes to take what you can get. So hopefully Schwarber can come through, and of course he doesn't because he lines out to the third baseman.
Now batting.
Phillies did score a run. But what is Haesung Kim going to do here? He's going to ground out to the shortstop. So, and that's the ball game. So the Marlins avoid the sweep, but the Phillies still take the series 2-1. And Lee needs 3 home runs, I believe, to get to Barry Bonds' record. Nope, all silvers. Disappointing. Why can't they get rid of the cleats? That makes no sense. Oh wait, hold on. Now that's what I meant to do. Let's see, where can Lee upgrade? Do plate vision. Still at 90 overall, but he's getting there. He's getting there.
Batting third, the right fielder, Phillies.
Sorry, I was just stretching my legs. Lee with a fly ball to right field. Deep enough, that's probably going to score the run right there. And it will. So I'm sure Lee would have preferred the home run, but you know, hey, sometimes you gotta take whatever the situation calls for, and this ball is gonna be gone. So Washington gets on the board. Romy Gonzalez with his 11th home run on the year. And now it's a 3-1 Phillies lead. Yeah, that was just weird. Very bizarre. Look at that. I've never seen the ball take that kind of a curve before.
Leading off for Philadelphia,
It's just
the right fielder,
bizarre.
Lee.
It's like they had to make sure it was going to be a home run.
The right fielder, Lee.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
He with a hits it over his short,
He's in.
gathers it, but it's too late. Lee beats it out for a single. Now the hit streak is at 14 games again. Yeah, that's gone.
Get out of here.
I'm not even questioning that. That's gone. So Kyle Schwarber with a 2-run homer puts the Phillies up 5-1. His 40th on the year.
Leading off for the Nationals, the shortstop, CJ.
Nice catch by Lee there.
Now,
Making it one last push or one last campaign for Gold Glove. So whether or not we finish or I finish before the end of, before 6 o'clock, I'm just saying this right now. This will be we are not going to start the playoffs in this
Kyle Schwarber.
we're not going to start the playoffs in this stream. We're going to wait till Monday for that.
Runner.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Nice stolen base there by Lee. His 13th on the year. He hasn't had one for a while. Guess the manager lost confidence that he could swipe bags. Oh no. Get back. Oh my gosh, that was close. Oof. Okay. My mistake there. 100% on me for that one. Should have really known the situation.
Get down.
Alec Bohm coming through with a base hit. Lee's going to score. That's going to push the lead out to 4. That's important, because that takes the save out of the equation.
Yeah! 0-1. I got a ball, 1 strike.
Should not have swung at that.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Yep, thank you.
And
First base.
Lee's going to get flunked there. So he's going to take a free pass at first. Bring up the bases loaded for Schwarber.
Come on, Bart. Get out. Get out.
It's not getting out. But it is going to get the run in. So at least Schwarber saw the situation and knew what it would entail. And we're going to simulate, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies take the first game against the Nationals 7-2 for their 104th win on the year.
Batting third, the right fielder, Phillies.
Hey, wait a
Lee
second.
with a drive out to right field. It's going to fall for a base hit. Could it drive in the run? It can. So Philly gets the Phillies on the board in the first inning. It looks like the Yankees clinched their 22nd 100-win season in franchise history. Wow. Ugh. Ugh.
Get down. Get out.
Warbur's going to drive this one out to center field. Center fielder put it nicely, and he just couldn't tell if that was going to get caught. Although it would beg the question as to why he would go to second then if he thought it was going to be caught. So, bad logic. And that's going to be a double play. So at least the run scored. I always hate to see double plays. They're such momentum killers.
Aye. 0-2. Ball, that's out.
Why can't Lee have a game like Cruz had, smashing 3 home runs? Misplayed all around, and Phil Lee is safe. It's an error on Tenna, but could get the run. It could tie the game here, and it will. So the game is tied at 2 thanks to Schwarber taking a walk. Now Harper could do even more damage. It's going to drive that out to left field. It's going to fall for a base hit. Is Lee going to be safe? He is. So Harper drives in 2 on that single, and now it's 4-2 Philadelphia. But when will Lee hit a home run? He needs to hit a home run if he's going to tie Barry Bonds.
Ball 1.
Running out of time. He's only got, after this game, 4 games left.
Aye. 1-1.
That's going to be out to the right field corner for an extra base hit. Whoever's on third would be foolish to go home. Thankfully, they weren't foolish, so that's an RBI double for Lee. Let's see who it is. Marshawn. Marshawn was on base. Okay. Okay. Schwarber is going to drive that one out to right field. Lands for a base hit. Marshawn easily scores. Lee also easily scores. And the Phillies have a 7-2 lead over the Nationals. Up out to second. Gonzalez was underneath it. And caught it. Ten to 4.
All one's the count. That's a ball.
Lee with a deep fly ball to right field, but the right fielder only has to take a couple steps. He's going to grab it. It's still going to drive in the runner at third. I didn't even realize that. Holy cow. Okay. He's like, screw it. I want to go for the home run here. Barry Bonds is calling my name.
Counts 1-0.
I mean, Edgardo Henriquez is not going to make it easy.
Two to the count. The count's full.
There you go. Make it a long at bat. That works. You're going to fly this one out to center field. The center fielder's got it. And that retires the side. So Philly, he's not going to get a home run in this game. And that's the ball game. So the Phillies dominate the Nationals 14-4. Zeus Luzardo getting his 15th win on the season. Tanner Beggs gets his 6th save. Philly is still looking for that elusive home run. Maybe it's catching up to him. Maybe he's feeling the pressure. Maybe he's not going to tie Barry Bonds. But he's just got to have confidence in himself. He's been an MVP all season. No one better than him.
0-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground out right to second, and that's going to be the 15th double play that Phil Lee has grounded into this year. Alright, so the Phillies do take a lead. 1-0. Phil Lee has a chance to be able to tack on here.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Nice drive.
And he does. With a base hit out to center field. That's going to push the Phillies lead to 2-0. And it also extends his hit streak to 16 games. Schwarber manages to get that one through for a base hit. He's going to score 1 run. Lee's going to slide into third safely. And it's a 3-0 Phillies lead. Now 4-0. Apparently, Lee scored on that or something. I don't know. They didn't show it. Little line out to second base there. Oh no!
Relay.
Phil Lee misplays that, and now the runner ends up at third. Is that an error against Lee? Let's find out. Nope, not an error. Base hit right between the third baseman and shortstop. So Phil Lee getting the base hits, but he's not getting the home runs. Guess it gets harder at this time of year. So Phil Lee came up short. Guess he can have an amazing performance against the Minnesota Twins. Which that's possible because it is at Citizens Bank Park, so, well, maybe there. Maybe he's just saving it for when he's back in front of the home crowd. Oh boy. Yeah. He deserves to be doubled off there. And he catches it to retire the side. So now we're in the bottom of the ninth here, final out, but a runner on second. Base hit could score that runner. It's a pop up to third baseman. Bohm is underneath it. And that's the ball game. So the Philadelphia Phillies hang on to a 4-3 win. They sweep the Nationals for the final time this year. And Philly won a series 6 for 12 with a double, multiple singles, 5 RBIs. Sure, he would have liked to have had a home run, but you know what? If he could take that, or if he can have that good of a series, the Phillies are going to win. That's the important thing. So now Phil Lee going to go back to his drills. Maybe that's what he needs to get back to his home run hitting mojo, or get his home run hitting mojo back. There we go. All right, so he's got the gold. Now it's just about running up the score here. All right. No, we're not doing City Connect. Like, come on. So let's see if Philly could get to could tie Barry Bonds here. Got 3 games to do it, although he can hit multiple home runs in a game.
Batting first, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Ball.
So oh, never mind. I was gonna say, so I guess it's the Devil Rays wearing their throwback unis, but then I realized it's the Phillies are going up against the Twins. Nice diving catch there by Lee. Take a hit away. Ooh, and the Twins take a 4-0 lead. Yes. Lee's gonna fly out to center. Byron Buxton just... Oh, wait, that's not Buxton. That's right, I forgot. He got traded to Toronto, I believe.
0-1's the count.
Runner, runner, runner.
8-2. He made it safe.
Hop out to first base. Come on, Lee. What's going on? And make it harder on yourself to tie Barry Bonds or pass him. I don't think the Phillies are. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. If Stock could get on base, maybe Lee can have an opportunity. Nope, he's just gonna line out to the third baseman. Was that only the first out? Lee wants that home run. He's like, screw it, I'm going for it. Get closer to Barry Bonds and win and tie this game. And the Phillies tie it. Phil Lee ends up on second. He gets credit with the single, but he did tie the game. That's important too. Like, I know Lee wanted the home run, but he showed that he can come up clutch in key situations. And when it comes postseason time, that's what needs to happen. Bone with a deep fly ball to right field. The right fielder's under it. That's the ball game. So the Minnesota Twins take game 1 against the Phillies. They fought back. But couldn't keep the Twins from scoring. At least the Phillies are not down 4-0 already. I mean, give it time, but at least they're not down.
No strikes.
Leading off for the Twins, the catcher, Ryan Jeffers.
Philly's going to catch that for the first out of the second.
The right fielder, Phil Lee.
Hey! 0-1.
Stop showing that graphic. Asinine.
Hey! 0-2 is the count. One ball, 2 strikes. That's outside.
Phil Lee with a deep fly to right center field. It's off the wall. Phil Lee wants that double. He's not going to get the RBI, though. So Lee close there. He was close. You know what? 70 home runs is pretty good. It's more than I've ever hit in a season with any Road to the Show player.
center fielder, number 16.
But I usually don't play Road to the Show this far.
Nope. Ball four. One ball, two strikes.
Out Bohm with a grounder to first. The first baseman knocks it down, flips it over to pitcher coming first. He's out, but the runner scores. Lead scores, and it's 2-0 Philadelphia. And he robs of a extra base hit. I know it says he robbed a home run, but this ballpark, it's not a home run. Lee with a deep fly ball out to right field, and that's going to get caught.
Three balls, one strike.
Get down, get down.
Oh, yep, that's fine.
He beat it.
Sorry, I couldn't tell.
Ball four.
It's going to be ball four, so now the bases are loaded. It's Alec Bohm, and it looks like he may walk a run here. He will. So now it's 3-0 Philadelphia. Although Brooks Lee could hit a home run here, and that's the end of the game is all tied, so well, he's not going to hit a home run. But the Twins do score, so Lee must have gotten on second or first. Deep fly ball is center field. Marsh is underneath it, and that's the ball game. So the Philadelphia Phillies take Game 2. The series is tied at 1 with the rubber match the next day. Philly, unless he has an amazing game, a 3-homer game, I don't think he's tying Barry Bonds. I think he gave it all he had. And it wasn't enough.
Phil Lee.
Lee with a base hit out to center field. So now Lee's streak will officially be at 18 games. They're not even going to show the graphic. Wow.
Two balls, two strikes.
Nice diving play there by the third baseman to stop that ball. Tip my cap to the third baseman. I guess that was Royce Lewis. Quite a play. That's not... It's not going to be
Be safe.
a home run, but it is going to be a double. So.
Leading up for the Phillies, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Lee with a fly ball to right field. The right fielder's under it, and he grabs it. I mean, Lee is trying. He is trying. Deep fly ball, right field. Right fielder's underneath it again. Oh my gosh, what does Lee have to do to get it over the right fielder's head? Nice leaping catch there by Lee to take an extra base hit away. Ooh, excuse me. Lunch stopper.
Ball inside.
Oh, we got a spammer.
That's ball.
Hold on 1 second. From luck. A band. Whatever you want to call it. Lee with a deep fly ball to center field. That's not going to get out of here. But that's definitely going to be enough to drive in the game-tying run. Now it's 6-5 Philadelphia in the top of the ninth. That's a pop-up to the shortstop. Turner's underneath it, and that's the ball game. And the Phillies close out the 2026 regular season with a win. They beat the Twins in the series. They win this game 6-5, 2-1 the series total, and the Phillies are heading to the postseason on a high. And no doubt once we get through the regular season here, we're going to see that Phil Lee won MVP, Gold Glove, Silver Slugger. Philadelphia Phillies have been made the playoffs. Yes. Let's see. Who are the winners for MVP goes to Phil Lee, his first in his career. Cy Young, Emmett Sheehan with a 17-3 record. Phil Lee also won the batting title. Matt Strahm ended up with the reliever of the year, Joan Duran. He had 53 saves, but not enough. Owen Casey ended up with the Rookie of the Year, beating out J.J. Weatherholt and James Tibbs III. Phil Lee wins the Hank Aaron Award. Paul Skeens won the Gold Glove. So did Francisco Alvarez, Ryan O'Hearn, Tyro Estrada, Brett Beatty, Joseph Ortiz, Jordan Beck, Jacob Young. What? Fernando Tatis Jr. beat Lee out? Oh, man. Wow. Wow. Oh, my God. That's a heart ripper. I mean, I get it because the fielding percentage is obviously better for Tatis, but golly. What happened, Lee? Well, Anyway, Shohei Ohtani ended up with DH, Silver Slugger. Will Smith won it for catcher. Spencer Steer won it for first base. Second base goes to Ketel Marte. Third base, Matt Chapman. Francisco Lindor at shortstop. Phil Lee, Juan Soto, and Ronald Acuna Jr. for the outfield. Obviously, there are no World Series or postseason MVPs yet. We will get to that next time. And we'll take a look at the standings. So the Phillies, they win the division and they won the best record in the league, so they get first seed. The Braves and the Mets both win their wild cards, so they're going to be in the postseason. The Cubs win the division. They edge out the Brewers by one game. The Reds do not make it to the postseason. They fall short. And the Dodgers win their division, so they get the second seed. So it's Brewers, Braves, and Mets for the wild card. The Reds, I don't know what determined it. I want to say it was division because that would make the most sense. No, if that's the case, then it would have been the Braves would have had the number one seed over the Brewers. So obviously it was some other factor, but New York Mets end up getting the third wild card over the Cincinnati Reds for some odd reason. In the American League East, the Yankees win their division, and they also win best record in the league, so they get the number one seed. Blue Jays and Red Sox also make it to the postseason as wild cards. The Royals make it as the winner of the American League Central. They were the only team above 500 in that division. And then the Astros win their division again, while the Mariners take the wild card. And as I mentioned, the Blue Jays, the Mariners, and the Red Sox all earn their wild cards. Unfortunately, the Rangers and Athletics, they finished tied with the Red Sox, but again, for some reason, they gave it to the Red Sox. I don't think it's based on division because the Athletics would have gotten that if that were the case. So it's going to be, if we're looking at the matchups, for the American League, the Yankees and the Royals are going to have the 1 and 2 seeds, so they're going to have the bye, which means the Astros are going to go up against the Red Sox and the Blue Jays go up against the Mariners. As far as the National League goes, the Phillies end up with the top seed in the league. The Dodgers end up with the second best record, so they're going to have the first round bye, while the Cubs take on the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers take on the Atlanta Braves. So all that postseason excitement is going to be saved for it's going to be saved for the it's going to be saved for next time. Although we can. Oh no! Oh boy. I hope I didn't just lock myself into something here. Okay, we'll do this quick drill and then I gotta go because I gotta go drop off dry cleaning and pick it up. If I don't do it, I'm not gonna have clean clothes for tonight, which is not good. So let's do this quickly and be done with it. We'll save the upgrades for next time. Not going to do it tonight. And there we go. It's Milwaukee, so this is a rematch. This is a rematch of the NLCS from last year, only it's happening in the NLDS. So we got the Mets moving on against the Dodgers. Wow. Okay, so that's a rematch of the 2024 NLCS. And the 2025 NLCS, at least in this universe, is in the other division. So are we going to get... Who knows what we're going to get? As far as the American League goes, the Toronto Blue Jays beat the Seattle Mariners, so they move on to face the Yankees. And the Houston Astros beat the Boston Red Sox, so they move on to face the Kansas City Royals. So the top 4 teams in the AL and the American League playoffs move on, while the Mets were the only upset against the Chicago Cubs. So we're going to leave it there for now. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Even if it was only for a moment, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTVNextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's on the left side of your screen there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. So congrats to Phil Lee for earning his first MVP award. He also earned a lot of other accolades. In fact, it's all batting. He would have liked to have gotten the Gold Glove, but apparently the game thought that, oh well, you made a couple errors, so your fielding percentage was down. But that's okay. That's okay. So when I see you next time, it's going to be Phil Lee making another attempt at the playoffs. Can the Phillies make it beyond the NLCS? Can they win the National League and be in the World Series? Can they win the World Series? We'll have to wait and see. First up is the Brewers. So I hope to see you all on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night and have a great weekend. See ya!